left in the first quarter. It's Janelle Brown bringing the ball up for the Stags. Trying to coordinate offense over to Anderson. Now it's Brown driving in. Under the basket. Foul on number 12, Ella O'Donnell. Pushing Brown over. Fairfield have the ball in the basket.
Apologies for any audio delay. We should be good here now. 17-9 ball game. Stags underneath the basket, looking to get on the board here.
Inbound now goes over to Anderson. She's driving down the middle. All the way layup, no good. Now Cindy Scott for three. Off the rim. Rebound by O'Donnell. Now it's Martin bringing up the ball for the Bobcats. She's working on Brown. Brown stole it. Fast break for Fairfield. She's working. The foul. Oh! A charge got called on Janelle Brown. The second charge for the game for the Stags.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure, going through that step through, goes right into the defender, trying to create her space, but right now we got to avoid those kind of turnovers. Stags still staring at single digits on the board. This is not their character usually.
No, it is not. It's Paige Girardi for Quinnipiac bringing the ball up. Now it's over to Ella Ryan, the freshman. Over to O'Donnell. O'Donnell drives, trying to work on Sion Coe. Ball swatted away by Sydney Scott. Quinnipiac ball under the basket. Paige Girardi, the one to inbound the ball for the Bobcats. And the ball goes in to Cindy Ryan, and the behind the back, over the head layup, no good.
Yeah, just looking for a foul there, couldn't get it. Stags will move the other way.
It's Anderson for three. Off the back of the rim. Good hustle by Lamro to fight for the rebound. We got a jump ball. Quinnipiac ball.
Always love seeing the players dive to the floor. That effort right there, that's something the Stags always preach. Forcing that jump ball. This one will be in favor of Quinnipiac. So the next one will go to the Stags. As we see a quick last-second sub, Beach coming in for Co.
Minute 40 left in the first quarter. Quinnipiac leading 17-9. Rough start from the Stags. A few turnovers that costed them some points. But Paige already taking the ball up for Quinnipiac. Now it's over to Grisdale, the grad student. It's Ella Ryan. She's working on Beach. The layup off of him and no good. Anderson with the rebound. It's Lamro bringing the ball up for Fairfield. Trying to get something going. Over to Herder. Herder driving on the left side. Pass over to Anderson. Trying to look for the foul. No call. It's Ella Ryan. Working the offense. Over to Grisdale in the corner. Grisdale working on Herder. Over to O'Donnell. She's trying to get to the defense. Over to Cindy Ryan. A foul call on Megan Anderson.
Man, not much there, but Megan Anderson, yeah, the whistle might be really on in this one. I mean, this is going to be a competitive, physical game. We've seen it so far, and the Stags are racking up the fouls. That is number 5 now.
It's the little things in this game, the fouls, the turnovers, missed free throws, right? That will come back and haunt you right in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, the last 3 minutes, the Stags haven't scored, and they've turned the ball over 3 times. So it's really just the simple things right now they're not executing on.
52 seconds left. Sub coming in for Quinnipiac. It's Cindy Ryan. Now Cindy Ryan has 2 shots.
Now, let me tell you, in all the games I have broadcasted, I have never once seen a fan section so devoted to missed free throws. It doesn't work there.
And that's a common theme in basketball, where the swim team goes behind the hoop, tries to distract the shooters. Cindy Ryan not phased at all. She makes both of them. Now Katie Lamro trying to get something going. 48 seconds left. Lamro at the top of the key. Over to Herder down low. Driving in. Herder pull-up jumper. It's good. Now Quinnipiac working on the press. It's Paige Girardi. At the top of the key. Working on Sydney Scott. Driving down, over to Martin. Now O'Donnell down low. It's Sydney Ryan. 3-pointer, no good. Rebound, Quinnipiac. Great hustle. It's Martin for 3. Just off. Rebound off the leg of Sydney Ryan. Fairfield ball. 6.5 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Another second chance opportunity for the Bobcats. The Stags are lucky that they just can't execute on them. That's just another time where we've seen the Stags give up the offensive rebound.
Lamro with the ball, 4 seconds. Beautiful on the back, layup, it's good! A beautiful full court layup to cut the lead down to 6, but that's a great way to end the first quarter and get into the second quarter, and the Stags just have some momentum. Now we're down by 6.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it feels much more attainable now that it's just 6. I mean, the Bobcats really could have done more damage if they wanted to right there, but they had a drought of their own to end that first quarter, and it puts the Stags in a position to get this game right back.
And the Stags, throughout the game this season, most games the second quarter is where they really thrive, right? They can have a iffy first quarter, iffy third quarter sometimes, but the second and fourth quarters really strive. So hopefully, right, Coach Carly in the huddle, calm them down, say it's possible. You guys are playing well. Just clean up a few things, right, and they can get back to, into the lead.
Absolutely. We'll head back to you at the end or at the start of this second quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Second quarter is started. Fairfield has the ball. Sydney Scott at the top of the key. Trying to keep that momentum going for the Stags. It's Campbell. Over to Lamro. Lamro for three. Inside and out. Rebound for Anderson. Anderson puts it back up. Another one not going.
Great effort, though. Love that coming out the quarter.
It's Paige Girardi for the Bobcats. Over to Martin. Martin working on Scott. Over to Sydney Ryan. Over to Georgie. Good ball movement. And O'Donnell draws the foul. 2 shots coming for O'Donnell.
If you're the Stags, you got to watch that move. I think that's the second or third time O'Donnell has gone underneath the basket and then goes for that reverse layup and has been able to draw contact a few times already tonight.
And now Quinnipiac has been perfect from the line, even though the swim team is trying to distract them. Quinnipiac is not phased. O'Donnell stays locked in. First one good. Second shot up. Second one good. Lammer brings the ball up for Fairfield. Trying to get the offense going in this second quarter. Now it's Anderson. Trying to work through. 5-second violation called on Megan Anderson. The tough defensive Quinnipiac continues.
Yep, and we're right back to where we started the game, which is bad turnovers and just giving away possessions.
Now Quinnipiac brings the ball up. It's Paige Girardi. Girardi working on Lamro. Over to Martin. Back to Girardi. She's in the corner. Up at high post, O'Donnell. Working on Anderson. Anderson. Good defense. Ball goes to Grisdale. Grisdale in the corner. Over back to O'Donnell. Now the layup is good for Ella O'Donnell. 10-point lead for the Quinnipiac Bobcats.
She just powered her way right through the paint right there. I mean, 3 Stags in the area didn't bother her.
Fairfield still trying to get going in this second quarter. It's Herder over to Scott. Scott in the corner. She's working on Martin. Herder draws the foul on Anna Foley.
Yeah, whistle going both ways right there. Draw the blocking foul, get a chance to reset. Brings in Janelle Brown to the game. Stags need a 3-pointer here. I mean, they're sitting over 5. This is a team that lives and dies by the 3-pointer, and currently they're dying by it.
And yeah, they need something. They need to do something to get going. Right, the best player, Lamro. Right, she's only got 2 points, and so they need something to go in. Lamro's working on Grisdale, the top of key. Another foul called. A lot of fouls in this game. Tough, intense, right? And the refs aren't picking one side or the other.
Yeah, they've done a good job going both ways. And, you know, if you're Fairfield, use it to your advantage. You've already racked up 2. You get them to the limit, and you can get to the line and, you know, make them, you know, step off a little bit.
Now Megan Anderson working on O'Donnell. Over the Beach. It's Beach. Trying to get to this defense. Lambo drives through. 3-pointer, Megan Anderson! Off the rim. Rebound Quinnipiac. It's Ella Ryan. Pass over to Sydney Ryan. Paige Girardi in the corner, working on Janelle Brown. Pass back to Sydney Ryan. Over the top pass to O'Donnell. She spins in. Layup off the rim. Rebound Lauren Beach. Jillian Huder bringing the ball up for the Stags. Over to Beach. Now Lamro. Driving through. Janelle Brown working the baseline. Another blocking call.
That's 3 fouls in 3 minutes now. Probably going to have to see the Bobcats step off a little bit. I mean, what they're doing is working, but this will come back to bite them if they get 2 more fouls and hit the limit with, you know, if there's over half the, you know, the quarter left, we're going to see them have to kind of adapt a different style, unless they want to send us to the free throw line over and over.
Yeah, but Fairfield can't just keep drawing fouls. They need something. They need a big play.
Not that.
Right, and that doesn't work, right? It's a defensive game so far. Quinnipiac working around the arc. It's Ella Ryan. Beautiful pass over to Paige Girardi for an easy layup. And there is the first timeout from Coach Carley to settle down her team and try to get something going.
That sends us to a break. Stags trail by 12, 4 minutes into quarter number 4. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Timeout is done. Coach Coley trying to get her team back into this game. Stags down 12. Quinnipiac leading 25-13. 6:54 left in the second quarter.
Stags staring at an 0 for 6 mark from beyond the arc. That's something they gotta look to improve here in these final 7 minutes. Just overall, clean up the passing, clean up the state of play here.
Katie Lamro, one of their best scorers, best shooters, has to get something going. Now it's Huter, walk it down. It's Ko, walking inside the paint. Layup, it's in! Great way to start. Coming out of the timeout.
Right to work, Cyanko. There she is again, efficiently working away in the paint, getting the Stags a bucket.
Now it's Ella Ryan. She's at the top of the key. Over to Grisdale. Paige Jordy in the corner, guarded by Janelle Brown. Over to Ella Ryan, back to the top of the key. She drives down the left side. Off balance layup, and the foul is called once again. Quinnipiac going to the line one more time.
That's one I can live with from Herder. I mean, there's been a lot of fouls this game that, you probably are like, okay, we got to hold off, a little ticky-tack. That one right there, good two-hand, got up, just got a little contact, but would have been a free basket otherwise, so good play by Herder.
First free throw's good. Quinnipiac has been perfect from the line, and that's something that will win you the game.
Right, and they also have 9 free throws to the Stags too, so they've just done a better job at getting to the line, and the points are showing.
Second free throw from Ryan. Another one. Another 12-point lead for Quinnipiac. Ko inbounds to Lamro. Lamro bringing the ball up. Grisdale on defense. Over to Campbell. Down to Cole on the baseline. Ball over. Tipped off of Jody into Janelle Brosland. Hands. She goes underneath the basket. Layup off. Campbell grabs the rebound. It's tipped off of her hands, off of Sydney Ryan's hands. Fairfield ball underneath the basket. Lamar looking for an open Stag. Over to Scott. It's Coe working. Hand off to Brown. Brown in the paint to Scott. Scott's working the baseline. Underneath basket. Perfect reverse layup. Beautifully executed play by the Stags.
Stags just finding comfort in the paint right now. If it works, it works. And Cyan Co is a perfect 3 of 3.
Now it's Quinnipiac. Sydney Scott punch the ball out of Ryan's hands. Bobcats ball still. You know, in Fairfield, the 3-point game isn't working. Sometimes they got to switch, you know, and go to the game in the paint. Right, and that seems to be working well.
Right, and I mean, you know, they're picking up on that, right? You got to have both sides of the game, or they can commit to the other. Right now, the Stags in man.
Now a 3-pointer from Ella Ryan, no good. Rebound Megan Anderson, over to Lamro. Coming down fast, trying to settle things down. Over to Anderson. Now it's Campbell. Campbell walking through, trying to go down the baseline. Sydney Ryan on defense. Anderson up top. Over to Coe. Over to Scott. Down below. Pass just off to Lamro. Bobcat ball.
Yeah, two-hand pass just a little bit too strong there. Stags, again, you're seeing it, forcing it into that paint. This Bobcat defense is really not allowing much space beyond the arc for separation, forcing those passes inside, and they're doing a good job at disrupting those passes.
4:48 left in this first half. It's Ella Ryan bringing the ball up for Quinnipiac. Hand off to Martin. Trying to get something done. Martin working on Lamro. Trying to break through. Over to Grisdale. Now it's O'Donnell working on Coe. Trying to get through. Layup. Just off. Rebound Cyan Coe. She's stopping things out. Slowing things down for the Stags. Now she's bringing it up. Pass deflected. Back to Coe. Now she's trying to find an open Stag. Hands the ball off to Lamro. Now Anderson. Anderson trying to work through O'Donnell. Over to Campbell. Back to Coe. Trying to get someone down in the paint. Pass deflected off of O'Donnell. Stays Fairfield ball. 4 seconds left on the shot clock.
Then there it is again. The Stags just cannot get the ball into the paint. They've kind of surrendered to that three-pointer for the time being, so the Bobcats are over it. And now they only have 4 seconds to shoot here off this inbound.
It's Huter inbound on the ball for Fairfield. Pass goes into Coe, but a foul was called before the pass. It's Sydney Ryan.
Yeah, ran right through Lamro there. She hit the deck and draws another foul. So that's the 4th on the Bobcats here. One more will send them to the limit.
Another inbound play coming for Fairfield. See if they try to run the same thing or try something different. And now they have a full shot clock, right? 20 seconds, right, to run something a little bit longer instead of being rushed. Huter for 3. It's off. Another missed 3-pointer from the Stags. It's Ella Ryan bringing up for Quinnipiac. Now it's Martin working on Campbell. Trying to get through. She's down the right side. Ball deflected. O'Donnell. O'Donnell got the ball back, but then she just was stuck and couldn't go anywhere. Travel called. Fairfield ball.
That's nice disruption right there. It was good hands by Allie Campbell to break that ball up, get it in the air, and force a turnover.
Still a 10-point game. Right? Not unreasonable. Fairfield working, right? It's just those little things of finishing the play, right? Smooth passes, good shots, right? Janelle Brown working in the paint. Perfect pass over to Lauren Beach. That's a perfectly executed play for the Stags to get some momentum back.
Ends a drought right there. Both teams had scored in the last 2.5 minutes. So see if we get some offensive flow in from the Stags.
Now it's Ella Ryan for Quinnipiac, trying to get the offensive flow for the Bobcats. She's working on Lauren Beach. Trying to get through. Tough defense, leaves Mountain wide open for a jump shot. It's good. Lambo bringing the ball up for the Stags. Janelle Brown. Another foul called. Now that's the 5th foul for Quinnipiac. And Fairfield gets sent to the line, which is big because that can be points. And that can be how you win the game, getting those free throws.
Right, now you might see a little more separation, and this could be their time to go for the three-pointer with these last 2.5. The Bobcats had that first 3 fouls in the first 3 minutes. They did a pretty good job of pushing it to the end of this quarter, but it almost seemed inevitable.
Janelle Brown at the line for Fairfield. First shot no good, off the back of the rim. Second shot up. It's no good. Now if Fairfield loses this game, that's probably what's going to haunt them, is to miss free throws.
Right, and I mean, haven't taken too many, but, just missing 1 or 2, it just doesn't really set the right tone, especially when your opponent is perfect 10 for 10.
Now it's Carson Martin. Over to Ella O'Donnell. O'Donnell drives through. Layup off the glass and in. Lambo hurrying up. Trying to catch the Quinnipiac defense off guard. Over to Anderson. Back to Lambo. Over to Herder. She drives. Trying to get through this tough defense. Over to Beach in the corner. Lambo for 3. Short. The rebound by Megan Anderson over to Campbell, and it's good. 10-point game still, minute 45 left. Sydney Ryan for 3, off the back of the rim, rebound Lamro. Fairfield has that momentum going with a minute and a half left in the second quarter. Herder has it. Driving through. Outbound slam off the glass. Great hustle by Lauren Beach, but rebound comes up short.
It's a tough shot right there by Herder, spinning into the paint. It created some good separation, but just didn't really have her feet set before putting that one up. Kind of resulted in a wild shot.
Paige Girardi welcoming the ball. Two Stags all over her. Now it's O'Donnell over to Sydney Ryan in the corner.
It's a foul on the floor right there against the Stags.
Send the Bobcats to the line. No, it's a spot foul.
Yeah, just on the floor.
So we'll reset the shot clock for Quinnipiac. Minute 2 left in the second quarter.
Got to end this thing at least single-digit deficit. Can't let them build on this.
Definitely. Ball goes into Grisdale. Grisdale off-bounds three-pointer. Short. Rebound Lambo. Just under a minute left. Lambo over to Scott. Three-pointer. Nope. Lauren Beach drives in. Way up. 8 points. 8-point lead for Quinnipiac. It's Martin. Trying to just get to the end of this quarter with like an 8 to 10 point lead. Fairfield trying to stop that. Crowd coming alive here in Mahoney Arena. Good defense by Beach. O'Donnell way up. It's good. 25 seconds left. Lamro, bring the ball up. Making sure that the Stags take the last shot here in the second quarter. 15 seconds. Let's see what the Stags do. 10 seconds. Lamro driving. She's walking. Over to Anderson for 3. And it's good! What a way to end the first half for the Stags. 7-point lead for Quinnipiac, but a great way to go into halftime with that momentum.
That's a sigh of relief. Yeah, that's going to feel good not seeing that 0 on the box score there. Still ending at 1 of 9. I mean, there is so much room for improvement here, but we're still looking at a very manageable deficit.
Definitely, and just that one three-pointer, right? Just it breaks, the streak of, those three-pointers off the back of the rim, right? And those little mistakes, right? And being down 12 in this second quarter, cut it down to just being down 7. It's a very manageable lead to come back, and the Stags team, they haven't faced resilience in a long time, in a handful of games, and so Fairfield definitely has a great chance to see what this can bring in this third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, you take a look at the box score, and it's something truly haven't seen in a while. Lauren Beach leading scorer coming in or at the end of the half. 4-4, veteran presence, took the right shots, took the safe shots, and trying to keep her team in it as the stars, Anderson and Lamro, have struggled. 1 of 7 for Anderson and 3 of 7 for Lamro. So, that's just a great presence right there by a veteran in the locker room, just keeping her team, composed.
And that's what happens when your main part of the game, it doesn't work, right? Fairfield's main three-pointers didn't work, so we had to readjust, right, and go, okay, we got to work the paint, work this tough defense, right, get those layups, right, and then you finally get your big shot to end the half, right, and there's such a great momentum swing for the Stags.
Absolutely, and of course, credit due to the Bobcats coming into this game, executing on their game plan, forcing a lot of turnovers. They scored 8 points off them, but just only 12 points in the paint, so they haven't been able to get inside as much as they probably would have liked to. It's really just been Ella O'Donnell dominating that paint, 4-6, 12 points in this first half.
Yep, 33-26 at halftime. We'll be back for the second half here in Leo D. Mahoney Arena.
We fly higher than weather, and cheap vibes are better. You know me, in anticipation for precipitation, stack chips with a rainy day. Jay, Rain Man is back with Little Miss Sunshine. Rihanna, where you at?
You have my heart, and we'll never be worlds apart. Maybe in magazines, but you still be my star. Baby, 'cause in the dark, you can't see shiny cars. And that's when you need me there. With you, I'll always share. Because when the sunshine will shine together, told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be your friend. Took an oath, I'ma stick it out to the end. Now that it's raining more than ever, know that we'll still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella. You can stand under my umbrella. Together we'll mend your heart. Because when the sunshine will shine together, told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be your friend. Took an oath, I'ma stick it out to the end.
And Alderon's not far away, it's Californication. Born and raised by those that praise control of population. Everybody's been there and I don't need no vacation. Firstborn unicorn, hardcore softcore. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Destruction leads to a very rough road, but it also breeds creation. An earthquake's out to a girl's guitar, that's just another good vibration. And tidal waves couldn't save the world from Californication. Hey, I Sergeant Mary, while the great the spell of aging. Sicker than the rest, there is no test, but this is what you're craving. Firstborn unicorn, hardcore softcore. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication.
A red wine, gone, gone. Oh, I've had a little bit too much. All of the people stop to rush. Right. That easy twisted dance, can't find my drink, I'm in. Where all my keys? I lost my phone. What's going on the floor? I love this record, baby, but
like the call. I'm hitting the lights until tomorrow, yeah. I can see that you got so much energy. The way you're twirling up them hips round and round. There's no reason at all why you can't be here with me. In the meantime, stay, let me watch you break it down and dance. It'll be okay. Work it, hustle. I got it, just stay close enough to get it. Don't slow. Drive it, clean it, lights out, beat it, spend the last though. I got it in your pocket. I got it, just dance. The dance. Da-da-do-do, just dance. Da-da-do-do, just dance.
And we are back here in Leo D. Mahoney Arena for the 2 undefeated seeds left in women's MAC basketball. It is loud. The crowd is getting into it because the Stags are down 7. But the momentum from that three-pointer from Megan Anderson to end the first half was probably the biggest shot of the first half.
Yeah, I mean, it's just huge for the mental. See the ball go in the basket from beyond the arc. This team knows what they're capable of, and hopefully they're able to bring it to that full potential here as the second half is underway.
Now we're underway with Paige Girardi as the Bobcats start the half off. That's Ella Ryan to O'Donnell. O'Donnell working. Now it's Sydney Ryan. Trying to get past this Fairfield defense. Back to Ella Ryan. Over to O'Donnell. She's got Scott on her. Trying to walk down. Foul called on Janelle Brown.
Yep, there's Ella O'Donnell working her way into the paint. That's where she dominated that first half, put 12 points on efficient shooting. Got to keep her out there, but she wins that first matchup, draws the foul.
And the one thing that Quinnipiac did perfectly well was shoot free throws. And so one goal for the Stags will be to keep them off the free throw line for as long as possible.
Absolutely.
And now it's O'Donnell once again. Pull-up jumper. It's good. Quinnipiac gets on the board first in the second half. Now it's Megan Anderson. She drives. Layup. Wide open layup. Back-to-back baskets for both teams to start off the second half. Now it's Sydney Ryan. Over to Ella Ryan. Trying to get something going. Pass to O'Donnell. Layup off the rim.
That was a nice pass. That Cyanco had her hands up, fit it right through. They just couldn't finish.
Anderson for three. Off the rim. Rebound Sydney Ryan. Paige Girardi bringing the ball up. Over to Grisdale. Grisdale, no points tonight. Pass deflected by Cyanco. Long Beach to Lamro. Lamro makes a move. Foul called. 2 shots coming for Katie Lamro.
Good job in transition offense right there by Katie Lamro. It was a 2-on-2. She goes right to the basket on her strong side and heads to the line where hopefully the Stags look to clean up where they started that first half. 1 of 4 from the line.
Lamro, 2 shots. First one good. Second shot up. It's good. Lead cut down to 5. Great start for the Stags here in the second half. It's Sydney Ryan bringing the ball up for Quinnipiac. She's driving down the left side. Trying to work through Megan Anderson. Great defense. Over to Grisdale. Now O'Donnell down at the baseline. Trying to work on Cyan Coe, who's been great on defense this game. And another one of those layups where O'Donnell just puts it up there and draws the foul.
Yeah, I mean, she's drawing help from behind, right? Primary defender Cyan Coe is doing a good job keeping her out the paint, but when she gets in there, she draws that defender from behind, and that's where these fouls are coming in.
Now Quinnipiac shooting in front of all of the Fairfield students, making noise, trying to distract her. Doesn't phase her. First shot good. 11 for 11 on free throws. Crowd going crazy. And the first missed free throw for Quinnipiac. 6-point game. But then Quinnipiac gets the ball back on the press and hits a 3-pointer.
Yeah, missed free throw turned into 3 more points. Just about the last thing you could possibly want to see there.
Now Anderson loses the ball at the free throw line. Quinnipiac gets the ball back. It's Martin. Over to Grisdale for 3. Off the front of the rim. Lambo rebound. Stags going quickly. Beautiful pass from Katie Lambo to Lauren Beach. Great layup. Wow, what a pass.
Yeah, I mean, again, good job by Katie Lamer in transition. Last time shot it, drew the foul. This time makes the right pass for an easy layup.
Grisdale has the ball for Quinnipiac. It's Paige Girardi. Over to Grisdale. Violation called on the Bobcats. Fairfield ball.
Yeah, 3-second violation. You'll certainly take that if you're the Stags.
Stags have come out hot this second half. 7-point game still, but they're just looking much smoother than the first half. It's Cyan Coe looking for an open. Beautiful pass to Anderson. Then Anderson's pass to Beach was cut off.
Yeah, too many Bobcats in the area right there. Trying to force that one into the paint didn't go too well.
It's Girardi for Quinnipiac. Trying to see what's open. It's over to Grisdale. Grisdale down to Martin. Foul called on Fairfield. Quinnipiac ball on the baseline.
Herder and Allie Campbell head back into this one. Anderson and Scott head to the bench.
And it's Girardi inbound the ball. Over to Martin. Martin working on Herder. Trying to get through. Pull-up jumper. In and out. Rebound. Lauren Beach. Lambo bringing the ball up for Fairfield. Over to Herder. Herder driving. Pass off. Trying to get to Campbell. Quinnipiac picks it up. It's Martin. Martin bringing the ball up for Quinnipiac. Over to Girardi. Girardi trying to walk through Lambo. Over to O'Donnell. O'Donnell on Beach. Back to Martin. Over the top pass to O'Donnell. Over to Girardi for 3. Off the back of the rim. Rebound, Lauren Beach. Foul called on O'Donnell. Looking like, not like a charge, but Fairfield ball. 6 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think just foul on the rebound there, maybe over the back. Either way, the Stags will take that one and take it side out. So 6 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Stags trailing by 7.
Fairfield really needs to break into the three-pointers. If they can do that, this can be a whole new game. Janelle Brown has the ball. Driving through. Layup. Draws the foul. That just keeps on working for Fairfield. Right, getting through, drawing the foul. Right now, 2 shots come up for Brown.
Yeah, Janelle Brown got to sharpen up with the line right here. Missed her last 2. Hopefully she can sink these.
Janelle Brown, 1 point on the game, 3 fouls. First shot, short. Something that Fairfield cannot afford to right now is the missed free throws. Second shot, off the back of the rim. Campbell with the rebound, but bobbled the ball. And it went out of bounds. Quinnipiac takes over possession.
Yeah, you're just kicking yourself if you're Janelle Brown. That's 4 points just completely given up now from the line. In reality, all we've really seen so far is her presence, though, those 2 steals. Got to figure out the offensive side.
It's Girardi bringing the ball up for Quinnipiac. Trying to get something going. Lamro with tight defense. Pass over to Foley. Now Moen has it. Defense from Janelle Brown. Screen. Doesn't even phase Brown. Pass to Foley. 3-pointer Grisdale. Short. Rebound Janelle Brown. Set up the offense for the Stags. Janelle Brown over to Campbell. Campbell driving. Pass out to Janelle Brown. Brown for 3. Short. Rebound Lauren Beach. Over to Herder. Now Lamro. Back to Brown. Brown driving. Into the paint. Foul. Layup no good.
Yeah, just hunting for a foul right there. Got to pass up the opportunity there. Look for a better shot.
It's Moen at the top of the key. Fed by Brown. Now over to Grisdale. Down to Foley in the paint. And a blocking foul was called on Katie Lamro.
Yeah, I mean, that's back-to-back in the same possession, Stags hitting the deck. You can probably hear the rain of boos fall down as Foley knocks over 2 Stags and gets the benefit of the whistle.
Refs are talking about it. It was a close call. I mean, the feet were there, right? But it can go either way. 3 refs. Conversation by the refs led to the refs go into the monitor.
Yeah, so I guess we'll take a further look at this one. I mean, the one Stag hit the floor, you saw Herder hit the floor, say, okay, just a little bit of physicality there, and then right back up next defender down. So, you see Foley working away into the paint right there. Stags are going to hopefully see a reversal here. But either way, the game kind of playing the same tune here. I mean, the Stags still just that 1 3-pointer, haven't scored in the last 3 minutes, but on the other side, the Bobcats haven't scored as well. So it's just been a game of runs, but more defensive runs than offensive.
And it's the same thing as we started the half. Stags are down by 7, right? But now they have 4:37 left in this third quarter. So they really need to get something going, but they can't just be trying to draw the fouls. They can't be relying on the paint, right? They need to have Katie Lamro step up. But they need to have Megan Anderson step up. They need to have Janelle Brown step up. But a few of the star players aren't playing their normal game tonight, right? The best player in the Stags for now is Lauren Beach, right? So the veterans stepping up, right, and getting what the Stags need to stay in this game.
Right, and I mean, you take a look at the field goals, the Stags have more. They have 14 to Quinnipiac's 12, but the game has really been so far decided at that free throw line. I mean, a discrepancy of 11 to 3. But the Stags have shot 8, and you can't miss over half your free throws.
Oh no, yeah, that's the one part of the game where you should take advantage of, right? The free throws is like you're given a foul, and you got 2 free chances, right, to get the points, right? And that's the killer for the Stags. And if they made the free throws, it could be a 2 or 3 point game right now.
Might be a minute or 2 until we get a decision. We'll send you to a media timeout until we get a further answer. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on WVOF.
We are back from the media timeout, and the challenge stays the same. Quinnipiac ball as Moulton inbounds the ball for the Bobcats. 4:37 left in the third quarter. Over top pass to Foley, back to Moulton. Over back to Foley. Little long on the shot. Rebound, Huder. Over to Lamro. Lamro stumbled and passed it to Anderson, but we recovered.
I like that stumble and save right there. She was thinking about passing into the paint, thought better of it, went for the safer pass, and draws a foul.
That's the fourth foul on Quinnipiac. So one more, and the Stags will take it to the line.
Yeah, that's even earlier now than the second quarter. They got into the bonus around the 2.5 minute mark. See if they can get there quicker now.
Huder to Lamro. Lamro's in the corner, walking the baseline. Pull-up jump shot, short. Rebound Moulton. Quinnipiac on the fast break. Slows it down. Over to Foley. Now it's Ella Ryan. Ella Ryan walking on Anderson. Now it's Cyan Coe walking. Over the top pass to O'Donnell. O'Donnell in the paint once again. And the missed call. No blocking call. No charge call on Beach. 2-point layup for Quinnipiac. Stags take it over. 3-pointer Megan Anderson. It's good! It's a great way to recover from that missed call layup to a 3-pointer.
Yeah, breathe some life back into this team. Huge 3-pointer by Anderson.
6-point lead for the Bobcats. It's Ella Ryan working on Lamro. Trying to get something going. Now Anderson deflects the pass. 3-pointer Ella Ryan from deep. Ella Ryan responds from the Fairfield 3-pointer with her own. Fairfield tries again with Huder. No good. Now that was a chaotic play that just happened there with Ella Ryan made a deep shot, then a quick fast break from the Stags. Huder missed her three. Right, rebound came out, deflected off of Quinnipiac. Now Fairfield has the ball on the side. Janelle Brown inbounding it.
Yeah, I mean, credit to Megan Anderson for creating that second play. She went over, got the rebound, created a second chance. See if they can use it.
Ball comes into Lamro. She's working on Grisdale. A beautiful sidestep to a roll layup. 2 points, Katie Lamro. She's up to 10 points.
Cuts that lead down to 6.
That's Ella Ryan. Good defense by Beach. Over to Sydney Ryan. Over to Grisdale. Lamro Gordon. Down to the baseline for O'Donnell. Across the pass, Moulton 3-pointer. It's good. Quinnipiac is now locked in on the 3-pointers. That's 2 in a row.
And just like that, back to double digits. Meant to say 7-point deficit earlier there, but yeah, right back to the 10-point deficit.
Now Cyan Coe working the paint. Pass to Janelle Brown. She goes in. Foul. And one. The layup is good. And draws the foul. Chance for a 3-point play for Janelle Brown.
Talk about a contagious game. Both teams can't hit anything for 3 minutes. We come back from the timeout. Both teams can't miss. It's just really been a game of runs, and the Stags looking to be on the better side of it here as Janelle Brown heads to the line, looking to put in her first free throw on attempt number 5 here.
Janelle Brown looking for that 3-point play. Good momentum swing for the Stags. Shot is up. And it's off the back of the rim. Janelle Brown 0 for 6 on free throws tonight.
In case the yips, I mean, at that point, right? I mean, that many free throws got to be getting in your head.
And now Brown, tough defense on Girardi. Now over to O'Donnell. At the top of the key. Over to Moulton. O'Donnell to Girardi. Girardi for 3. It's good. Another made 3-pointer from the Bobcats. And they are just on fire shooting threes. Brown for 3. Short. But Janelle Brown's defense is on point. Her offense is struggling tonight.
You got to collect yourself in the final minute and a half here. You can't let the Bobcats build on this already sizable lead.
Now it's Foley with Anderson on defense. Over to Moten. Down low, Foley draws the foul and gets the layup. A huge play from Anna Foley to get the lead to 13, possibly 14.
Bobcats have really silenced this Fairfield faithful crowd. Their bench is loving it. Of course, coach loving it. The Bobcats just executing strong in this quarter number 3.
Anna Foley at the line for a possible 3-point play. A minute 10 left in this third quarter. Quinnipiac up 13. Crowd going crazy, trying to distract. Doesn't phase Foley.
That's 7 points in just 10 minutes of action for Foley, using her time wisely here, getting 7 points quick.
14-point lead for the Bobcats. It's Herder at the top of the arch. Over to Scott in the corner. Back to Herder. Over to Lamro. Trying to get something going. Lamro drives. Pass down to Coe. Coe walking around Foley. Layup in. Beautiful move by Cyan Coe to get the layup.
Cyan Coe still perfect. 4-4, 8 points. Just has her way of being efficient every night. Just taking the right shot. And there it is again.
Now, timeout by the refs. Just 47.6 left in the third quarter. Quinnipiac has that 12-point lead. Looks like there was a foul on Fairfield to send Paige Girardi to the line. Right now you're sending Quinnipiac to the line, right, where they have been almost perfect. Paige Girardi makes her first shot. Second shot. Second shot's up. It's good. 14-point lead is back for the Bobcats. It's Lamro bringing the ball up for Fairfield. She's walking down. It's Cyan Coe again on the baseline. She's walking around. A beautiful reverse, double reverse for Cyan Coe. Right, and she has been playing very well tonight.
She makes that look easy. She is right in line with the backboard. That's a hard shot to visually shoot, but she really knows her spacing well, and she's got 10 points now, 5 of 5.
Now Megan Anderson going to Moten. Quinnipiac taking this down to take the last shot of the third quarter. Moten driving down. She's coming to basket. Layup, it's in. Lamro chucks the ball up, desperation heave. No good. That's the end of the third quarter. 57-43. Right, and as from a handful of games, the Stags started out hot in the third quarter, but then fell apart. Had that little hole where they couldn't get anything done. Right now, at the end of the second quarter, Quinnipiac led by 7. At the end of the third, now they lead by 14. What does Fairfield need to do in this fourth quarter to try to get the win, comeback win?
I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot on the list right now. Starting at the free throw line is the simple answer, right? This team's just not been connecting when they get to the line, but all around their game, I mean, this is just not their best look, right? We're not seeing a lot of efficient shooting aside from, Cyan Coe, Lauren Beach. Losing out a lot of rebound battles, giving up second chance points. This team really just needs to clean it up. And, they've lost every quarter. That was their best offensive quarter, 17 points, but they also let up 10 more than the second. So 24-17 gap there. They just need to clean up their game in a lot of categories. It's going to take a lot to get this comeback.
Fairfield definitely needs to dip into the three-point game, right? And hopefully they can get on fire, right? And have a 10-0 run, a 10-2 run, right, to get back in this game, right? Early, they have to jump right off the start in the fourth quarter, right? And get a few threes. And hopefully they can get just locked in and make 2, 3. Right, and then they'll be back mentally, right? And they'll be back into the normal game, right, to kind of put some pressure onto Quinnipiac.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a game of momentum, and I'm kind of surprised. Haven't seen a lot of Sydney Scott. I mean, who can forget last time they played this team in that championship? Scott, 6 of 6 from beyond the arc was perfect. Tonight, just 0 of 1, hasn't really been involved in the offense too much, but again, it really speaks to how well the Bobcats have stifled the usual Fairfield dominance on shooting, ending with still just now 2 threes on 14 attempts.
Now, when you're down, 10 plus points going into the last quarter, a team just needs one player, right? It needs one player to step up, right? Make a few key clutch shots, right? And get some points, right? Whether that could be Katie Lamro, whether that be Megan Anderson, Cyan Coe, right? Whoever it is, right? Stags needs just one person, right? To say, okay, we need to change everything, right? Change the game plan, change what we're doing, right? And try to get this win.
Yeah, I mean, you just need the Bobcats to respect a part of your game so that it opens up another. Because right now, they're just using the paint, right? Bobcats understand that. They realize that. They're doing a good job of deflecting passes. And when they do get out to the arc, they're playing strong man defense, getting hands up, and just staying right with the Stags, making the shots uncomfortable when they've taken them.
Fourth quarter starting in a few moments here. Quinnipiac up 14. 10 minutes left of play here at Mahoney Arena. The crowd is going to get loud. And let's see what the Fairfield Stags can do to try to make this huge comeback win, right, and stay undefeated and keep their 21-game home winning streak.
Yep. See if you can salvage this one here on a Thursday night. As previously mentioned, Sydney Scott not getting much action, but she's starting off in this fourth quarter alongside Cyan Coe, Jillian Herder, Katie Lamro, and Megan Anderson, who has the ball side out to kick off this fourth quarter.
All right, Megan Anderson started out. Let's see how the Stags start this fourth quarter. Ball goes into Lamro. Katie Lamro with the ball, heading down into the corner, over to Cyan Coe at the key. She drives inside like she's been doing all game. Now Sydney Scott gets the ball. And there she is. Sydney Scott starts the scoring off for the Stags in this fourth quarter.
How about that? We're looking for Sydney Scott to get involved and puts the first bucket in right there. Nice drive into the paint and a good finish off the glass.
Paige Girardi has the ball for Quinnipiac. Sydney Scott defended on Girardi. Girardi dribbling around. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Trying to get something done. Ball goes in, deflected by Cyan Coe. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Moten. No! Shot clock violation was called on Quinnipiac. Fairfield ball side out.
That is the best defensive possession of the game so far from the Stags, forcing the shot clock turnover, and it really is credit to Cyan Coe reading that pass in to O'Donnell.
Lamro has the ball. Trying to keep building that momentum to have a big fourth quarter for Fairfield. It's Cyan Coe again, building the baseline. Pull-up jumper just short. Rebound, Ella Ryan. Over to Paige Girardi. Megan Anderson on Girardi. Ball goes up to Ella Ryan. Sydney Scott working on Ryan. Now goes to Moten. Over to Paige Girardi. Girardi at the top of the key. Back to Ella Ryan. 5 seconds left to go, shot clock. This jumper short. Megan Anderson with the rebound. She's got a fast break. Huda for three. It's good! What a way to start the fourth quarter. Sydney Scott for a layup. Great defensive possession. Stolen ball into a three-pointer. Right, and you got a 9-point game. Timeout, Quinnipiac.
I love what we saw right there. Nice play. It's going to be, under appreciated, but Megan Anderson right there on the fast break and transition runs into the paint. 3 Bobcats around her, draws them in, creates the space to allow Herder to put the 3 in and force a timeout.
And that is the vision of a veteran player in Anderson, right? A younger player might try to go in for the foul, right? Go in, try to get the layup, right? But she sees that, kicks it out, right? She reads the defense, right? A beautiful executed play, fast break play by Anderson and Huda.
Strong 2-minute start to this fourth quarter by the Stags. We'll look to see if they continue that when we return. Don't go anywhere.
We are back in Leo D. Mahoney Arena. 8 minutes left of play. Quinnipiac 57, Stags 48. Stags have come out of this fourth quarter hot. Great defense, great offense. That three-pointer from Huda was huge. Crowd's getting into it. But this last 8 minutes will be an intense game.
Yeah, I mean, couldn't say it any better. It's going to be intense. This has been a pretty physical game. Got to keep the fouls to a minimum. Fairfield has yet to do so far here in quarter number 4, but got to keep that up as they'll start on the defensive side here.
And Fairfield sending Kiara Gregory to the game for the first time for some tight defense. Now it's Ella Ryan. She's working on Huda. Now Beach switches over. Lambo has Grisdale. Now Huda is going to O'Donnell. Pass off to Ella Ryan. Three-point attempt. It's good. That's one way to come out of the timeout, is to hit a three-pointer to get some momentum back.
Got to answer that.
Now Huda driving into the paint. Now over the Beach. Beach brings it back up top. Over to Lambo. Over to Huda up top. Gregory into the corner. She dribbles it back up. Over to Lambo on the right side. Deep three-pointer, short. Rebound, Lambo. Layup, just short, but Beach grabbed the rebound, but bobbled it. Quinnipiac picked it up.
That's tough right there. I mean, Lamro settled for a long three-pointer. I mean, credit to Gregory for getting that one back, just fighting against the shot clock, couldn't get up a proper shot.
Now it's Ella Ryan. She's got by Lambo. Over to Paige Girardi. Got by Gregory. Down to O'Donnell. A charge call was called on Quinnipiac. Right, another tough defense by Stags, and it paid off to get the ball back.
We'll send Gregory to the bench right there after that one. I'm curious to hear Carly's thoughts about that one. Sending Gregory, the redshirt freshman, just 5'3" into this game for a couple possessions. Got that offensive rebound, got a second chance, but with the score the way it is, gets the quick pull and back to the starting five.
That's Lambo. Over to Anderson. Trying to get something going. To Beach. Hand off to Lambo. Lambo going in for the layup. Pull up. Short. Rebound and a Foley. Ball out to Martin. Martin brings up on the right side. She's walking to the other side. To Ella Ryan. Lambo on defense, switches to Coe. Over to Anafoli. Back to Martin. Martin, pull-up jumper. Short, off the left side of the rim. Cyan Coe with the rebound. To Lambo. Anderson, bring it down. Push back up, Cyan Coe. Fake three-point attempt. Goes in, and a beautiful play. The pass to Cyan Coe. She fakes the three-pointer, goes onto the left side, and gets the layup for 2. Cuts it down to the 10-point deficit.
That's a great move right there by Cyan Coe. But we do see that a lot from her. Turns down the 3 quite often, even if, wide open. So surprised they bit for that one, but you'll take it as the Stags trail by 10.
Now it's O'Donnell. Driving down the baseline. Coe on defense again. And Martin gets a layup and draws the foul. Goes to the line for a chance of a 3-point play.
Great pass by O'Donnell right there, right through the seam, bounce pass, right in transition to score and set up another 3-point play for the Bobcats.
That was good defense on Lambo, where she got her arm up, but just a little too far and too hard, which made the ref call the foul. Martin gets a free throw for the 3-point play. 13-point lead for Quinnipiac, 5:17 left in the game.
Scoring 6-2 in favor of Quinnipiac coming out that timeout. So not what the Stags were looking for as they now face the 13-point deficit with just about 5 minutes to go here.
Fairfield on offense. It's Coe again in the paint. Layup deflected by Anafoli. Quinnipiac gets the ball back. It's Paige Girardi. Now a great steal from Huder. Lambo picks the ball up. She's bringing it up. Now pass deflected by O'Donnell. Intended for Anderson. It'll be Fairfield ball, side out, right out of this media timeout. Media timeout is done. We're heading into the final stretch of this game. Quinnipiac has been dominating the entire game. 4:43 left. Bobcats 13-point lead. Lambo has the ball for the Stags. Herder for the three. It's good! That is exactly how the Stags want to come out of that timeout. It is Paige Girardi for Quinnipiac. Tough defense by Lamro. Pass over to Foley. Foley getting guarded by Anderson. Over to Girardi in the corner. Three-pointer, short. Rebound Anderson. Anderson setting on the offense. Goes up. Cindy Scott gets the ball. Over to Herder. Herder, deep three. And it's good! 2 for 2 to come out of timeout. 7-point lead for Quinnipiac, but that is a great way to come out of the timeout for Fairfield.
That's a confident shot right there. You see one go in, you say, why not another? We'll see if they force that ball to her hot hand on the next possession.
And it took almost all game for Fairfield to get into the 3-point game, but this is where they need it the most.
Forcing the timeout. Great defense by Megan Anderson right there. Forcing one.
3:37 left. A minute later after the media timeout, Quinnipiac calls the first of the game, but the momentum has swung to Fairfield.
You were saying it at the half. You needed somebody to step up, and right there, Jillian Herder, back-to-back threes, and the Stags are right back in this one.
You know, we were saying at the break, Herder's brother plays for the Sacramento Kings, Kevin Herder. Right, and he's made some clutch shots in his NBA career. Right, some of that genetic came to Jillian Herder, right, for the Stags, and now the momentum has just came all the way to Fairfield, and the crowd is loving it.
Yeah, three-point shooting in the DNA. I mean, this is shooter U. Fairfield really builds that offense around the three-pointers. So knew it was going to find itself at some point right there. You obviously have that first play, which is a nice play call by Carly to set up Herder for the three. And then that second one, I mean, they left her open. That was a sizable step or two beyond the arc where she took that one. But seeing it fall is definitely going to put some confidence in her that we'll probably see, a couple shots go up here in these last 3.5.
Now you can see the energy in the Fairfield coaches, the Fairfield players, right, the trainers, right, the crowd, right, the energy's building in this arena. 3.5 minutes left. It's Paige Girardi. Tight defense by Herder. Trying to get through. 5 seconds off the shot clock. O'Donnell has to do something. Over to Foley. Shot blocked. No time left on the shot clock. It's a violation. Fairfield gets the ball back. The crowd is loving it. 3:23 left.
Stags look locked in. This is the most I've seen them all night. Every possession, making the right play. Good rejection by Anderson. Let's see it on the offensive end now.
And this is what Fairfield wants, right? The undefeated conference season on the line. 3 minutes left. It comes down to the wire. Herder at the three-point line once again, trying to build through. Breaks through the paint, loses the ball, but comes him. It's Cole, gets the ball back. Over to Anderson. She's driving. Anderson, layup, short, gets her own rebound. Puts it back up, no. Quinnipiac gets the second rebound.
Would have loved to have that second chance opportunity. The hook was there. There was also a stag out from beyond the three-point arc. She elected for the two, just couldn't get it.
Now Quinnipiac, it's Mountain. Sydney Scott on defense. Mountain trying to work through. Coe switches off. Three-pointer from Mountain. It's good. That's a big play for Quinnipiac to gain a little bit of the momentum back. 10-point game.
Just a little too much separation right there, and they pull the trigger, and they knock it in.
Herder working again. Beautiful pass to Cyan Coe. She runs around. Layup is good. Cyan Coe, another beautiful layup. 8-point lead for Quinnipiac now. Now it's Paige Girardi working on Herder. trying to get something through. Under 2 minutes left of the game. Sydney Ryan over to Martin. Down to O'Donnell. O'Donnell. Pull-up jumper is good. Pass goes into Herder. Herder's bring it up. This is the time where Fairfield needs to get some of those three-pointers back in. Herder or Lamro, right, Sydney Scott. So Coach Carley takes her second time out of the game to talk things over. There's 1 minute and 31 left and down 10.
Yeah, I mean, this has just been a game of the same story over and over again. The Stags trail, they push back, they go on a 4 or 5 point run, make some good stops, but then they ease up a little bit, right? That three-pointer for Martin, there was a little just too much spacing there, and they, obviously that's going to go up, and they've been hitting their shots when it matters. The Stags really just cannot put the foot all the way on the gas in this one. It's what's killed them.
And now for the last 90 seconds, the Stags need to go pedal to the metal, making they need to start just putting up the three-pointers, right? They're called to shooter youth for a reason, right? They've made hundreds of three-pointers this season, right? They need to put that into this game.
Let's see what play call Carly has here out of the timeout.
That's Janelle Brown driving in. She's working the paint, layup, short. Rebound, Paige Girardi over the Sydney Ryan. They're going to try to take as much time off the clock as they can every possession. Yep. It's Martin. Crowd coming alive for the Stags defense. A reaching foul called on Jillian Huder. Quinnipiac will have the inbound side out.
Scott will check in for the last minute play. That's going to send Megan Anderson to the bench. Interesting substitution there. You think Anderson, top three-point shooter there. Got to see her back in this final minute.
I mean, Sydney Scott's also a great three-point shooter too, so.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll see how that plays out, but you got Grisdale.
Ooh.
But Grisdale is called with a charge foul, which is huge. Stops the clock and Fairfield gets the possession back.
Nice body placement by Katie Lamro. Got herself right in the way, creates the contact, and can hopefully get the Stags something here.
Ball goes to Lamro. She's driving. Herder for three. Off the back of the rim. And Sydney Scott trying to get the rebound. She hits it out. Quinnipiac ball. Now a three-person sub for Fairfield. You've got Campbell coming in, Anderson and Lauren Beach, as Herder, Brown, and Scott comes out.
Stags refused to wave that white flag. They got a good shot up right there, just didn't get it to go. Looked to force a turnover here. They got the full court press prepared for this inbound, but not before we see a quick timeout.
68 to 58. Quinnipiac leading. 52 seconds left here in this fourth quarter. We'll be back right after this short break. Both teams come out of the timeout. Quinnipiac feeling like they're there, right? 10-point lead, 52 seconds left. Stags not letting anything out. Let's see how this one plays out. Paige Girardi inbounded for the Bobcats. She gives it in to Sydney Ryan. Sydney Ryan working the baseline. Goes out to Girardi. Now this is the time where Fairfield is going to just keep fouling to stop the clock. But then that just is going to send, after a few fouls, it's going to send Quinnipiac to the line where they've been almost perfect.
Right, yeah, you're really up against the wall here. I mean, you're looking to get a steal, but, after just about 3 or 4 seconds, they're going to go for that intentional foul. Solid job there.
Great pass comes into O'Donnell. And another foul comes from Megan Anderson. Stops the clock at 45.6 seconds left. Quinnipiac ball under the basket. Now, Jody's pass goes into O'Donnell, and you see another foul. And that's the 5th. So that would send Quinnipiac to the line, where they have only missed 1 or 2 free throws the entire game.
Yeah, it's Ella O'Donnell. She is the one who missed that, but she's 5 of 6 from the line tonight. 17 points. Been a huge force in the for the Bobcats offense this game.
First shot, it's up, and it's good. Crowd isn't phasing her. The pressure isn't phasing her.
You know, she's got her own technique to it. If you take a look at her free throw here, she extends the ball with the palm of her hand up and then sets back. But it's working for her, but not on that shot.
So looks like Coach Carley took the third timeout of the game. 44 seconds left. Fairfield down 11. We'll be back after this quick break. Timeout is done. Fairfield has the ball. And no side of the court. Lamro inbounded it. Looking, goes into Coe. Now over to Hilder. Hilder back in the game, driving. And the foul is called on Quinnipiac. So Fairfield gets the ball back. 38 seconds left. Under the basket. Lamro getting inbound.
And just got to get this up right away. I mean, Herder, that's 5 seconds off the clock. The Stags, clock's not their friend. They got to get something off quick.
They need points. Points is all they need. Herder, 3-pointer, short. Rebound by Paige Girardi. Foul by Anderson. Sends Quinnipiac back to the line for 2.
Yeah, maybe it speaks to the character of the Stags here. I mean, still fouling, down 11 here. You know, they're just not willing to give up, but unless we see a miracle here, Tracy Grady-esque performance from one of the Stags, this one is in the books.
Girardi, first shot, that's good. 12-point lead now for Quinnipiac. Paige Girardi's second shot. The crowd, no phase at all. Last timeout is called by Coach Carley. Stags down 13. They need to come out of this timeout, and they need a 3-pointer. They need to press and get the ball back. They can't foul because they have no more timeouts, and Quinnipiac is almost perfect at the line.
Right. I mean, they basically need a miracle to come back. All things considered, this one most likely over. The Stags will suffer their first loss in the MAC, and they'll suffer their first loss at home in quite some time. They'll have a chance to rebound in just 2 days at Sacred Heart, but this one certainly is going to speak volumes to them in that locker room. I'm sure, you know, their last game against the Griffins where they scored just 58 didn't feel great, but it's one of those games you got away with. You won, you didn't shoot too great. You know, you'll get them the next game. And they come out in this game, similar story, and it's going to hurt them as Quinnipiac. This is a big one for them.
Yeah, and, you know, Quinnipiac, right, will finish this game going into the next game, which is in 2 days again against Merrimack with great momentum. They'll be leading the MAC, right, have that undefeated season in the conference, right, and have the same record with Fairfield. So, you know, both teams have to come out of this and say, okay, what did we do wrong? What did we do well, right? But unless Fairfield can pull off some magic here, get some, you know, quick 3-pointers, right, Quinnipiac is looking like they can come out of Mahoney Arena with the W. It's Sydney Scott inbounding the ball. It's Lamro in the corner. She's driving over the Coe. Back to Anderson. Anderson, 3-pointer. Off the back of the rim. Ball's hit out by Lamro. Quinnipiac ball, 24 seconds left. It looks like a timeout was called by Quinnipiac, which that's one thing that they don't really want to do. They want the time to run off. Right, they're up by 13. The defense is playing pretty well right now, and Stags look a little flustered. And so I wonder, what Coach Fabry was thinking about when she called that timeout.
Matching the energy of the Stags, perhaps. I mean, regardless, this one most likely over. These two teams do play again, though, not too long from now. February 14th, it'll be a Valentine's Day matchup, 4 p.m. That one's at Quinnipiac, so these two teams will have some time to, get a few other matchups in, but get another look at these two teams in just a short 2 weeks.
Paige Girardi inbounding for Quinnipiac, side out. Now the ball goes in to Martin. Immediate foul by Lamro. Sending Martin to the line once again. 23 seconds left.
I'm not sure the last time I've seen a team foul down 13.
Yeah, usually it was like 5 or 6 maybe with 20 seconds left. Right, that's definitely that's managed, but like down 13. Right, Martin's first shot missed, but down 13 with 23 seconds left. Right, it's a little bit of a strange scenario.
Yeah, the message. I don't know what Carla's trying to send here, but regardless, there's going to be a lot the Stags are going to need to work on. Heading into the future matchups here with stronger opponents in the MAC.
Lamro 3 off. One thing that the Stags kind of just haven't done tonight is their star players haven't really executed to what they've done all season. Right, Lamro has 10. Mm-hmm. Right, Brown has 3. Anderson 8. Right, Scott has 2. Right, the best player is Cyan Co is 14, and those are all just layups. Right, as Quinnipiac will let the clock run out. There is the buzzer. Quinnipiac takes the MAC conference in the women's for right now. They win by 14, 72-58, which is around the same score as the MAC championship. And last March just flipped, right? And coming this game, right, you think Fairfield, best 3-point shooter in the conference. Quinnipiac, great defense, right? But it just, Fairfield couldn't get anything done. Kind of what was happening with Fairfield and kind of what went wrong and what went right for the Stags.
Look, there's a reason that the Quinnipiac ranks as the nation's 3rd best defense. They allow just 52.3 points per game. The Stags only able to manage 6 more than that. They just did a great job at reading the offense, understanding that the Stags are a 3-point shooting team. They stifled that. They did allow a lot in the paint, especially from Cyan Co, but with the amount of steals, pokes, and just overall presence they had on the defensive end, this was a dominant win for them in enemy territory.
And now Fairfield, 2 days. In 2 days, they're going to face Sacred Heart. What will Fairfield need to do, right, in practice, mental preparation, right, to take on the Pioneers on Sunday?
Yeah, I think, that's just going to be a mental reset, right? At the end of the day, it's one loss. You're going to see this team again, and you're going to have some time before then to kind of sharpen up. Coming into this game, they had a poor shooting performance against the Griffins. They're just going to look for a game where they can really feel like themselves for 4 quarters. We saw flashes of it tonight where they really looked comfortable, but just really didn't have it most of this game. And against Sacred Heart, we're just looking for, the stars to shine, right? You want to see Lamro, you want to see Anderson look comfortable. Great job by, some of the bench players tonight, 5th and 6th men off the bench. Lauren Beach tonight and Cyan Co, very efficient shooting performances.
Well, that will do it here from Mahoney Arena. Quinnipiac 72, Fairfield 58. The Bobcats take the win and the lead in the MAC Conference for women's basketball. That was all from WVOF Sports. Thank you for tuning in. All right, have a great rest of your night.